Get down, get down, get down, get down.
Hello, my name is Taylor and welcome to AAA Digest. Today we're covering some more Dying Light 2 as the developers just released a 25-minute long piece of gameplay. The game is looking nice and it's just made us way more excited than we already were. It shows new features they've added as well as a small part of the water pump story that they talked about in E3. Taking it from that, this video will be about the new tools they showed Aiden to have in Dying Light 2, which look really fun, as well as quickly touching on weapon modding, which has made its return. I'd just like to say, if you're new and you like the video, then consider subscribing, as we will keep you up to date with Dying Light 2 and Cyberpunk 2077. Now on with the video. So, in Dying Light 2, Aiden has new tools. One of these is the grappling hook, which can be used for Aiden to attach himself to faraway objects in ledges. He swings from this until jumping onto a new reachable object. You can also use this to swing and grab objects. This creates new ways to manoeuvre and can be used as a weapon. This is seen when Aiden swings it to knock out a vent door, which he's then able to jump to the vent and climb in, as well as grabbing a barrel behind his enemies and using it to pull it to them, killing them. This is the first tool that Aiden has been shown to use through gameplay. The feature seems to actually be used quite a lot throughout. I compared it last time to the grappling hook from the Be the Zombie mode, which it is, except obviously catapulting you to buildings miles away, but I was glad to see how realistic the dynamics of it seemed. Aiden twirls it round and round until he swings it. Once he's hanging from it, it seems to swing quite nicely, something the Be the Zombie grappling couldn't do. The second tool is a paraglider, where if letting go or jumping from a high area, he is able to deploy the paraglider and fly to a safe area as he descends. In the gameplay trailer, Aiden is seen using the two different tools. He jumps off his ledge and grapples his hook around a beam, swings out into the open air and then deploys the paraglider and takes himself safely down to a new building below. It is extremely smooth and looks like a satisfying move to complete, one of the many new moves added to the game's parkour system. The full flight distance has not yet been demonstrated, but from the gameplay it seems as though you can fly at the same speed and descend until you get to a surface, so if you're up at a pretty high point you're going to be flying for quite a while. The last tool we know about is the Scorpio, a devastating gun that kills Aiden's enemies in one shot. Extremely effective in picking off incoming targets from a distance, Aiden dominates people in the trailer with it, literally sending them flying. Once out of ammo, the Scorpio can be flipped around and used as a beast of a hammer. These tools are unbelievable when combined and make Aiden look like the Terminator that he is. In the trailer, this is shown by Aiden using the grappling hook to swing up to the ceiling to then let go, whip out the Scorpio mid-air and slam down in the enemies below. I hope the ammo is not a pain to find or craft, as it will make the weapon pointless to use. I've seen that happen on many games, so hopefully the ammo runs out quickly, but is easy to get hold of, making you want to make every shot count, but still making the gun enjoyable. Speaking of weapons, weapon modding is back. In the gameplay, the player has an electrified machete. After fighting with an enemy, the player switches it on, causing a devastating effect on his opponent. This feature was in Dying Light, but if I'm being honest, to get the parts for some of the good weapons, it was a grind, which is fine as the weapon is more rewarding. However, in the first game you'd spend ages trying to get the parts for the weapon upgrades for the weapon to only break on you in the same day. It got a little annoying and I eventually just started using weapons I picked off the ground, as they broke that often. Later on, Aiden's weapon breaks when hitting a zombie, meaning that there still is a lifespan on weapons once again in the Dying Light series. Like I said, a feature I'm not a fan of, but hopefully they balance it right so that it's still enjoyable but you don't become OP due to your weapon of mass destruction never breaking. But that's the end of the video. Answer this: what tool impressed you the most? The grappling hook, the paraglider, or the Scorpio? Tell us in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, then press the like button to help us out and subscribe if you're new to stay up to date with more Dying Light 2. Apart from that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Get